welcome to the beginning of the vlog where I'm gonna try not to wear this hoodie the whole time. I swear, it's like 8:36 in the morning, so I'm drinking coffee. You have to watch me. I do have a plan to not wear this all day later tonight. Yes, yes, but I do plan to change. Welcome to the 24-hour vlog because I'm fucking crazy. I was trying to think what to do for this vlog for the longest time in like the last 3 days of January. I had multiple ideas. I was bringing it up to people, and multiple people were like, do the 24-hour one, do the 24-hour one, except for the fish. The fish said, don't do that, you're fucking crazy. We understand the fish was right. We understand that we should follow the fish's thoughts on this. We love the fish. We probably made this thumbnail. We did this anyways. I have plans, so many plans of what to read. I am wearing this because I am not dressed yet. I'm still in my pajamas. Because I gotta take a shower, but I don't, or wash my hair. But I don't want to start this at like 9:30. Okay, it's already 8:38. Okay, let me live my life. There's gonna be time lapses from me streaming. There's gonna be a bunch of things. First thing, I am going to pick up reading. I should mention I'm in a romantasy era. Remember that when I bring up the things I'm reading that I'm definitely gonna start with. Reading Sweetgrass is an audiobook I started last night. I just wrote this down. How many hours left? I have 14 hours left in the audiobook. I want to get halfway through, so I'll listen to that while I'm washing my hair, and doing work on the computer and that type of stuff, right? And there's a plan to do that, and then drink more coffee. Oh my god. Once I'm done with that, I gotta read this whole thing. I don't know how long it is. Here's the thing, it is an Allie Hazelwood. I can do it fast, so there is that benefit. 350 pages exactly for my copy. This is most of the time lapse you will probably see, because I will have it like here, and I'll be taking notes on the podcast. I'm gonna have my camera set up here for stream, and then I'll just zoom in. So that's that. I plan to take notes on this for podcast. I could totally, if I get bored with it or I feel like I'm not in the mood, I could move things around and it's fine. It's just I won't have time to finish this until March, and I don't want to do that. So that's the thing. I do plan to take notes on sticky notes this time around, and just like every 50 pages, like jot down sticky notes what happened and stick it in an attempt, hear me out, an attempt to make it so if I'm not typing them out, if I have to handwrite them, maybe I'll be better about not writing 600 pages. Yes, I show people out on my sister's stream. Which there is a dog cam right now. She is a cutie. I did get my cuddles this morning, a few of them, but I got them. All right, that's the plan. Like literally, once I hit the start button and end this, I'm gonna pull up Hoopla on my iPad, up the volume on it, and just start listening as I set up the rest of the stream stuff. And then the sister's fine if I listen to it while I'm in the shower. So that's the plan. Hopefully my iPad battery has been bugging out and just dying, even though there's battery life in it. So hopefully it's fine the whole time I'm in the shower. And that's that. That's everything. I will update you at some point. I honestly don't know when. I do have to finish both the audiobooks I have. I also have manga. I have so many things. I did download 2 romantasies last night. I spent a long time trying to find romantasies that people I follow for romantasy suggestions enjoyed on my library, because, hear me out, unless it's like Divine Rivals or like Powerless, like the really popular ones, they generally don't have them. Which I kind of get, because romantasy, as far as I know, a good chunk of them are self or indie published, so I guess it makes sense in that route. But like, please, for the love of God, I am surprised. I think my library may have Phantasma. Don't quote me on that. And I know it has Quicksilver. The only reason I don't have it borrowed right now is because the wait list is hella long. But future podcast episode for sure. Okay. Unplug this bad boy. Battery don't die while I press the start. You don't need to see the stream. Okay. I say that and then it flips up. We're just gonna angle it down a little bit. Ready? Let's go. See you at 8:45 tomorrow morning. Oh boy. Hello, hi. Welcome to the house with the loudest dishwasher in the universe. It did just stop when I hit record, but it will start up again. Listen, the plan was to do all the busy work I needed to do this morning while listening to the audiobook of Braiding Sweetgrass. I'd get like 50% of the way through, and then I'd move on and work on not all the papers there, Love on the Brain, right? Got my a nice pink sticky note, like all this stuff, right? And then at like 11 o'clock, I hadn't done the computer work I was expecting to have done, right? And I was at like 40 seconds to 50%, right? So then I read until noon, made lunch, or listened until noon, made lunch while listening, while listening. And now I'm 70% of the way through. I have 5 hours left. So in me speed, I can calculate that if you really want. It's a number. Under an hour and a half. Just under an hour and a half. That, yeah. So fun times. It is what I expected. Did I mention the whole reason why I'm reading this? So I was scrolling through Hoopla, needing to find audiobooks to read. Right, use the rest of my credits for the month. And I had seen Wade Barnes, Lord Minion 77. Lord. Did I forget a 7 there? I don't know. His wife, who I'm bookish friends with, read it last year. I think end of last year. Really liked it, rated 5 stars. Right, so I saw it and I was like, you know what? I know she likes it. Might as well pick it up. So here I am, having picked it up. And it's fine. I'm liking it. It's a good book to listen to as you do busy work, right? Like the mind-numbing tasks that nobody likes to do. Because of the way, one, she talks. I don't know, her voice is just very nice, okay? And then, also the way she writes. So, very fun. I don't know if I talked about what it's about. It's basically, about nature and life and whatnot. But, combining her knowledge as a botanist, like she has a PhD, in botany, right? But also her knowledge of, being an Indigenous woman, and the history of that, stories of that, all that fun stuff. And her relationship with nature because of that blended together. The only thing that I thought of this, the sweetgrass isn't the only thing being braided in this. It's also, there's 2 sides. And why those are important to her, both as a professor, but also as a human being. And yeah, it's good. I'm liking it. Probably rated 4 stars. I'm at 20 hours, just under 20 hours left. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna go deal with the fact that my laptop is being a piece of shit. There we go. There you go, dishwasher. Because I was trying to do stuff for the podcast. And then I will start Love on the Brain. I think I want to read 100 pages. And then I will listen to the rest of Braiding Sweetgrass. If not the rest of it, a good chunk more while I finish off my laundry. There we go. Fun tasks. I got a lot of fun things to do today. Oh my god, everything's falling. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's completely fine. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Goodbye. Also, by the way, I've only had 1 coffee and 1 black tea today. We're fine. We're fine. It was one of those nights where you feel like you get no sleep, right? But then you look at your stats and whatnot, and you got just under 8 hours, and you're like, how? How? So we'll see how this goes.
Um, it's been a few hours. Whoops. Oh, what's happened? Hi. It's the part where I have to whisper because of the people live in this house, and I didn't mean to start one. I have a lot to update you on. I finished one book. I made progress in 2 books. I did have the book. I've done a lot. I don't think there's gonna be much time lapse in this one because as soon as I sat down to start reading this, people started being chaotic and stream. So I had to stop briefly. Right, did my laundry while I listened to Braiding Sweetgrass for more, and then right before I ended stream, I got to page 51 in this, which is still where I am. We're not talking about it. I did find out a book, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna switch back to this while I am enjoying the book I just started, and like, it's dumb but perfect, kind of way. I'm gonna switch back to this. So there's that. So far I am enjoying it. Although my sister, who is currently reading The Love Hypothesis, asked me about it. Fun fact about her: she almost went into neuroscience, and that's what this is. It's she's a neuroscientist working with NASA. And so I brought that up to her, and she went, like, she likes To Love Hypothesis because she's currently doing academics, but this is like almost when she went into so she may like this one more, which is very exciting. One thing, as a person who I have read, this will be my third Allie Hazelwood in 1 month, because the last day of December I read the Christmas novella. I just read an audiobook novella that she released with Spotify earlier this week, and now this. So I've caught a pattern of how she writes the heroine in her books. And because this is a full-length novel, it was more in-depth about it. Do I kind of hate him? Yes. Do I understand the way that she writes? There will be reasoning why? Yes. And that's fine. I am liking it. So there's that. Then I was hanging out with my sister and kind of mutual friend, and listening to Braiding Sweetgrass. Finished that, going with 4 stars. Enjoyed it. There were parts, especially the not short story, essay called Collateral Damage, that would made me go, this is 13 years old and it still hits. Oh no. And then also I realized after the fact that underneath, on Goodreads, when you go on a books page, it will say similar books, whatnot. John Green's That Anthropine Review, is that the name of it? I don't remember the name of it. Is like the first book under there, and I get why. They both are essays on technically a collection of nonfiction, kind of scientific, but also personal experiences, right, in a book. But also the reading experience for me was very similar for both. They were both like, listen to while you do a bunch of little tasks throughout your day. Like, listen to one of the essays while you do your trash or do your laundry or clean this room or whatever, right? And so doing that a bunch, yeah, it gave me similar vibes. 4 stars. I say pick it up and do it. Why not? Live your best life. And then what did I do after that? Then I read the first 8% of the arc I have the last arc for February. The girl most likely to. That's the name of it. Oh shit. I forgot to mark it as DNF on NetGalley. I'll go do that. I DNF'd it at 8%, which is apparently 31 pages. Did not feel like I read 31 pages. And the one thing this has taught me is, at least when I'm getting books from NetGalley, I should read synopses. Because the last sentence had second chance in it. Frenemies to lovers is also skirting the edge, but when you bring in second chance, no. I just read the fact that it takes place all in one night, basically, which it does not. It opens with her losing her job. I didn't even finish that chapter. The prologue is before, but that's fine. The first chapter is her losing her job, and then she's gotta go to the school reunion, and then, right. I would have liked it more if it was more like Malibu Rising, in how all one night type thing aspect, or one day works. I would have preferred that. Cool. Also, a lot of her losing her job, right? Like, we didn't have to experience that. You just could have told us afterwards. And also, especially since it's in the synopsis, which I went, no. She worked in LA to do with TV, blah blah blah, behind the scenes stuff. And so, not my type of thing. So that's fine. We're living our best lives. And then, so I downloaded two, what I could get my hands on, romantasy books from Libby last night, and I started one of them, which is Eternal Lover, which is the second book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood. You may not know these, but I read the first. I own the first one. There it is. I own her. The back of it came off onto my copy of Good Omens, and now I'm not that pissed about it because of reasons. Yeah, I read this forever ago in my monochromatic reading vlog series, and I thought it was fine. 3 stars. DNF the series. Then I was trying to find a romantasy to read during this, and so I went, if nothing else, I'll DNF it, but like, maybe it'll be something fun. I've read one chapter. Which is like 9 pages. So far I have met Butch, Rage, and what's the other one? It's not violence, but it starts with a V, which I know because they call him V. Vicious, that's what it is. Benefit of me telling all my friends about it. One of them who does like these type of books, I was telling about their names and the very basics of this, including, I think I went, I need to, where was it? Oh, one of these days I'll learn to read a book synopsis, because when I went to label is currently reading, I read that he's cursed with a monster and an eternal dragon. Right? So that's fun. Anyways, she's into it, so that's good. Their names. Also, the first chapter is introduction to these 3 characters that are best friends. Rage is the one that we follow for this romance. And it's just like getting to know them as characters and their friendship, in which one of them calls themselves, like, the group, the threesome, and I was like, listen, I know that's not where they're going with that, but I'm gonna, in my head canon, they've definitely right. And then one of them walks in and he's like super Rage walks in and Butch is all like, he's drop dead gorgeous. I forget the exact quote, but it was like, I wrote it down too. Let me find it. Flat out drop dead gorgeous is what he calls him. Even for a hetero guy, completely hetero guy, he calls his best friend flat out drop dead gorgeous. And then he's looking at Vicious, who is in a towel. Don't worry, I did highlight that. That was the first page, and I went, oh my god. So he's just in a towel, fetched from a shower, and he's just Rachel's just staring at him. And I'm like, this is the gayest thing I've ever fucking read. And then it cuts to her POV, which is getting home from work. And the end of the chapter is us learning she's in recovery from leukemia. God, this will save this whole vlog. It's maybe the greatest thing I read in my life. I say completely jokingly. Anyways, that's that. That's everything. I'm gonna go read this bad boy. Hopefully, I have enough light on my bed. I really hope so. I swear to God. Anyways, oh, you want an update on the caffeine count? 2 black teas, 3 normal coffees. My sister did make me a protein shake earlier because she loves me, and doesn't want me to put holes in my stomach with all the caffeine I drank. She also made me get 2 water bottles when I brought them up, for the same reason. And I made a giant mocha iced coffee out of a lot of coffee concentrate, which is like the one we have. I don't know if this is normal for coffee concentrates, but ours is double the caffeine with a normal cup of coffee for like half a tablespoon, and I definitely put more than that in there. And there's a lot of sugar too, and chocolate sauce. Anyways, good news is my sister changed her mind on me cutting her hair tomorrow, because I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to see straight, let alone my hands not be shaking. And she was like, yeah, I'd like it to be straight. And then I went, well, I'm gay. So that's how it's going. Anyway, I'm gonna go read this. Even though I do want to read vampire romance right now so bad, I will read this instead. It's a real shame. I am enjoying this. This came out in 2022. This has been out for like 2.5 years. I need to read the book that I have on my shelves. Oh my fucking god. Hello, hi. It is 3:15 in the morning. I have had timer. I forgot about that. And I can show you. I have just over, or just under a quarter of the time left. 5.5 hours. Let's go. I think the next thing I will read is what volume of Tokyo Ghoul? I think 6, yes. Because I'm thinking today, after I sleep some, I'm gonna be bored out of my mind. I could edit this, but why would I do that? So I was thinking either audiobook or manga. Which one do I save for that point? And both of them will take me about 2 hours, hour and a half to 2 hours. And I was thinking, I will most likely do in bed, and carrying this unruly in bed, or phone with earbud in bed. So I think I'm gonna save my last audiobook for that after this is over. Anyways, at like just after 3 a.m., I finished Love Hypothesis. Where my own caffeine, I just drank water the whole time until like 20 minutes ago. I've taken like 5 sips out of this. Most of this is just melted ice. That's my iced coffee, by the way. That's not iced anymore. It is very caffeinated. How can I tell? I've had like 10 sips total, because I was sipping it a lot to make sure it was the right consistency. And taste was right and all this stuff. And I'm barely tired, and I've reached past the 2 a.m. Usually my experience with these is around 2 a.m. Around noon I start, or not noon, midnight, I start getting tired. I do feel a little loopy. That's fine. It made handwriting notes very fun, because I would just like forget a word or a letter. I would have to erase and rewrite. It's fine. So I get a little tired around midnight. I get progressively tired, then around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning I reach that I only have like less than a quarter of the time left, I feel re-energized knowing that I'm almost done all this stuff. I'm already past that point, and I haven't reached the lull. Like there was a point at like 12:09 when I had paused reading for like 10 minutes to wait for the clock to pick up the next day. But otherwise, I was fine. My book is a weird size right now because the bottom has a bunch of sticky notes because me handwriting notes. And that's fine. Hear me out. I was worried at a point because we kept on getting examples on how he was a jerk to her, both in the past and also in the current day, in which AD's messing with her job. And so I was like, Ellie, I trust you, but what the fuck? When we got answers on the present day stuff later at the end, but there was a basic explanation, kind of explanation, partially through that also explained it. So there's like two explanations for it. Like right after she brings it up to him, and then the past stuff was because he was in love with her and her boyfriend, who was her fiance for a period of time until he cheated on her, and then she decided to take him back, and then he cheated on her again with her best friend. Right. Apparently, he was like, oh my god, like she totally knows you're into her and you're making her feel uncomfortable. You gotta stop that. Lying to him. And so he was rude to her to make it obvious that he was trying not, like he was socially awkward, and so he was like trying not to be obvious with his feelings for her to make it so she was uncomfortable. So that brought down to her being rude to her because of social awkwardness, which everyone clocked. There's a part where they're at a date and she's like bringing up all these ways he was rude to her back then, and he's like, yeah, that was because of this dumb fucking reason. And it was kind of funny. So there's that. I am so surprised at the convention they don't bang. I was like, Allie, I remember what happened the last time I won these conventions. I read Love Hypothesis. They didn't bang Lane there. There are more sex scenes in this, but they're less detailed than Love Hypothesis. Love Hypothesis was very yeah, for that one it's very in there. This one not as much. I will note that one, the Star Wars references are still in here. Love that for the fish. Two, most importantly, they both love Baby Yoda to the point of having Baby Yoda mugs, and I surprisingly don't have a Baby Yoda mug, but I do have a lot of Baby Yoda merch. I mean, my mom made me a Baby Yoda stuffed animal. It's somewhere's in this house. I don't know where, but unbeknownst to me, I plan to wear these pants at this point at like 8 p.m. when I was like 50 pages in this and didn't know about the Star Wars references yet. These are my softest, fuzziest ones. I have less fuzzy ones too, and they both come with matching shirts. And then I have my 2020 election. I think it's 2020 election. Yeah. Baby Yoda shirt that a friend bought me. What else? I have a pink one that my mom got me that says Precious Cargo on it. I usually wear that one as a pajama shirt. Listen, the moral of the story is I have a lot of Baby Yoda merch. So that was so funny. I was like, wait a second. Yeah, I liked it. I like their relationship. I think I like their relationship more in Love Hypothesis, but I like the overall story in this one more. I don't know, I rated them both 4.5 stars. And it doesn't matter because the one that wins for my favorite Allie Hazelwood is still Bride. I love when my sister asked me which one's my favorite Allie Hazelwood, and I remembered Bride was Allie Hazelwood and told her, and then she went, I'm not reading that. That one also has a 4.5. Totally should have given it a 5. I recognize it myself. Anyways, this is the only book this month that I've rated 4.5 that wasn't a reread. That being said, I do have 2 5-stars that I have to choose between. Oh my god, for my favorite of the month. I just realized that. Fuck. Reading good books has consequences. Anyways, this was good. I'm gonna put this on my shelf here. I guess I'm gonna put it on top of my embroidery. I'm gonna go read Tokyo Ghoul. Should I time lapse it? Maybe. I guess I can. Anything else today? No, I got my Duolingo in just in time. It was great because the app scares me. The little widget for it scares me. Once every just sent me on that thing looks like a monster that's ready to kill me. And I showed it to my sister. She was freaking out. Anyways, I think that's the update. I'm gonna go read that Tokyo Ghoul, and then I'm just gonna read a shit ton of Internal Lovers. I did message Fish at like 11 p.m. and they were like, I messaged something about a thing about Iron Flame, and I was like, I'm scared. And they're like, I'm scared about a lot of things. I was like, me filming a 24-hour vlog and loving vampire romance that's so bad it's good. And they went, oh no. So that's what's boiled down to. Anyways, coffee, goodbye. That only took an hour. I wasn't expecting that. It's because, one, I've read the first 8 volumes and this was while I was 6, so I've read it before. Even if it was 2.5 years ago. Oh. But also, it's kind of the most boring one. We got 4.5. That's an opinion. Boiled down to, 1, I just realized only one of these clips has me not wearing this hoodie. Whoops. 2, 3 stars. I'm keeping my rating at 3 stars. I contemplated lowering it to a 2.5, but it's too annoying to do that on Fable. It boils down to this one is a lot of exposition, and lore dumping mixed with setup for the next 2 volumes, which is my favorite arc that I've read, from Tokyo Ghoul, which is interesting because I stopped at 8. And I remember being very excited for 9 and just not continuing. But yeah, it's just a lot of setup and lore and info dumping. There was like one chapter called Lecture where it was literally just info dumping, and I was just there like, this is definitely entering my brain. It was 3 stars. Well, I'm gonna go log that, and then I'm gonna read Eternal Lovers. You know, this is perfect time because that almost put me to sleep because I was bored. I was bored, and so at least I'll be having fun with Eternal Lovers. I may hate it, but I'll be having fun hating it. That's what we need in life, isn't it? Timer is gonna go off in 2 minutes. I just finished a chapter in, I think it's Lovers Eternal. I think I've been calling it Eternal Lovers, but it's actually Lovers Eternal. Listen, this book was a great idea. I'm having a great time. Is it bad? Yes. Do I get a scene of 3 totally straight men taking a shower together? Yes. This is so many homoerotic vibes everywhere. Like, even her, like, her neighbor, who is also a vampire, is, like, super hot. And she's just, like, talking about how hot she is and how, like, when she first met her, she couldn't look away from her because that's how hot she is. Anyways, they've been on, like, dates. She doesn't know that he's a vampire. Right. There's something about how her voice calms him. Also, when I read the synopsis and read Inner Dragon, I wasn't expecting an actual fucking dragon. Hear me out. it's a dragon. He can become a dragon if he doesn't let out his energy in either fighting or and if he gets too angry, he also become dragon mode. In which he doesn't recognize the people around him and could kill his friends. I'm assuming there's gonna be a point where like she witnesses it and is the only one who can bring him back. And I'm so ready for it. I'm a third of the way through. We've had one chaste kiss and one hot makeout session, but she doesn't remember because her memory is wiped from that one. And I'm into it. Okay. Wait, it's about to go off. Woo! Shush. Shut up, bitch. Anyways, I'm having a great time. It's great. Did the chapter I just end off on have her confirmation she has cancer? Yes. And he's all like, yeah, I know, I don't care. It's very much her being at her point where she's all like, I don't know if I have a future, right? All I want is the chance to be happy and have romance and a life and all this stuff. And he is apparently I thought it was gonna be like him begging ladies every night because he got it or else the dragon comes out. You know how it be. And not knowing about himself that he wants a relationship. No, he knows that. He hates it about himself. He's like, the only reason I do it is because if I don't, I could kill one of you or a random person, and I don't want that on me, right? Because he's cursed for 200 years. He's still got like 99 more to go. There's no way she's living that long. So that's happening, right? So it's like she doesn't have long to live, and he's like not immortal, but he's gonna live at least 99 more years or something like that, right? In which he is cursed and sometimes wants to die instead of having to deal with this curse, right? Also he like understands her inner pain and you know, it's just also I am vibing with the fact that she does not find herself to be attractive, and then he does. Like, their first date, she's all like, okay, there's all these beautiful women hitting on him, he's obviously gonna like turn me down because I'm not as beautiful as any of them. And then he's all like, no, I'm into you and all this stuff, and he's clearly into her, and she's just like, they're like, bitch, why try to like make it so that he doesn't have to lie about being into her? And he's like, no, but I am. Just let me have a quick little smooch. Let me just have a quick little smooch, and then I'll run away, act like I'm in physical pain for a bit, and then run away into a dark alley so that I can teleport home. Anyways, one of his brothers, who's kind of his boss, is all like, no, you gotta wipe her memories. And so they have agreed for a meetup, and I think he's gonna fake it. I think he's gonna fake it so that they can continue to have this friendship, slash relationship. So that's fun. Anything else of importance? I don't think so. It's just such a great time. Literally, I saw a review where I think they rated it 2 stars, and they were like, basically the first paragraph of the review is me being all like, is this greatness? No. Was this a great time to read despite that? Yes. That's me. I'm having a great time. This is everything I needed, everything I wanted. If I don't finish it today, the audiobook's out. It's this. I can't not read this. If I don't finish it today, I do know a way I can read it in February. Finish it in February. And that's fine. Honestly, there's a chance I will read the next one instead of the original book plan for that. Because they do all have daggers on the cover. Thank you. Graphic design theming for the covers. We love that. Also, is anybody else getting Vampire Academy totally copied it? Because I'm pretty sure
Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Vampire Academy came out after. This is the anniversary edition. That's not gonna tell me anything. Here, give me Frostbite. Because, like, Frostbite has a similar thing where it's, like, seductive people in monotone. Or monochromatic. What year did you come out? A book of mine. This came out in 2008. Okay, yeah. If that makes sense. This would have come out 2 years after... Frostbite came out 2 years after the second Black Dagger Brotherhood book. So yeah, probably the first one was very popular, and then was like similar thing, but why vampires but hot, but why, but also violent. And Data is similar vibe. Anyways, I'm having a great time. That's why I never review for that, because I haven't finished it. Look at me go. I read one whole entire novel that I also took notes on. Look at me go. I read manga. I read 15 hours of an audiobook. Right. And then to finish that audiobook. And I read 130 pages of Eternal Lover. So I think I did the math earlier. I think I read, like 700 or something, maybe 800. I don't know. Not that many, not as many as I normally do for these, but this was a low-key version, and I had fun. That's the important part. I had fun reading it. Did I mention I read the whole manga? I think I did. And that's great, because I'm actually kind of close. Listen, I have plans to get close to finishing that. I think I mentioned that. I don't know. Everything I brought up between, like, 4 o'clock and, like, 6 o'clock. I don't remember. I love that for me. Editing me is gonna have fun. Anyways, I gotta go get a dog. That sounds weird. I gotta go grab my dog from my grandparents. Well, my dog's sister from my grandparents. And then maybe I will read more until I fall asleep. That sounds like a plan. Maybe for that I shouldn't have the weird angle where I'm pointing directly at the wall as you're slowly leaning backwards. I'm ignoring it. Promoting things every other Friday podcast. I'm trying to remember. I think the week this goes up. Yeah, it went backwards. There we go. That's better. I think the week this goes up, there is supposed to be a podcast episode. Actually, hilariously, I think it's supposed to be this one. That's so funny. I love that for me, actually. So there's this, and then there's gonna be another Allie Hazelwood, and then there's another Allie Hazelwood planned for April. So don't worry, there's so many Allie Hazelwoods coming towards you for podcast. Fun times. Weekend reading vlog, and then there is important video, big video doing. You should check that out. That's coming out on Wednesday. Normally Wednesday are gaming videos. But that's only to make sense in this month, because this month is weird. It's February. So that's the thing. Generally, February's booktube. Wednesday's gaming. Fun times, sometimes. I'm 100% sure in this outro you can hear my sister cleaning the house. We're ignoring it. And I'm gonna go get the dog. I should change it to actual pants and not wear my Baby Yoda pants. I clock that.